I welcome you guys back into my next course over here, which is course 9 in Loving Life. I need you to love life today. I need you to understand it's a beautiful public speaking event today. I need you to understand to be a loving life of you in your intent, and I thank you very much. I need you to understand to love your life today because today is interesting. I need you to understand today's integrity. I need you to understand to just be free. I need you to understand to just speak your mind today, because that's what loving life is. I realize loving life is my course today, because that it's really about loving life today, and the way I do it is I look at so many people today. Because when I look at so many people today, I understand I am interested in something greater. Because that what is greater for me today is something of interest in how I look at people. Because I love to look at people. Because each and every single time I look at people, I find something to do. I find something to say. I find something I can be more. Because when I love life, I'm always doing something of interest. I realize every single time I'm always loving life. I always make sure no matter what, you be a person who understands that whatever's happening now is going to be in your best interest. I realize that my video is still going on because guess what? They've done it to, realize they're doing it to other people too. That's the whole point of life. And guess what? No matter what, you just be a person who's never affected by the outside world, because the outside world never matters. I promise you, what matters is going inside for everything. Realize you be that kind of person who understands there's freedom in you right now, to understand that you can be something greater than yourself right now. That way, you will love life much more. Realize that every single time you're doing something that's really going to prosper you, you go to love life, and you understand that you stay away from alcohol today. You understand you love life much greater. You understand you never attack people, because when you attack people, you never love life. I promise you that loving life is called no violence. I promise you it's never about violence today. I promise you what it's about is freedom and making sure no matter what, you're a person who speaks your mind much more. You're speaking your mind, you're speaking your heart, you're speaking everything of you. You have to understand your mind is never yours, although you have to understand that you are your own person and your own divine being. You have to understand you are something above your body. I promise you what you are in your body is something much more. You have to understand you are something much more than who you are today. You are divine. You're divine aspects of life. You're something spiritual today. You have to understand that we're going to increase our spirituality today, because that's how we're going to be loving life. Understand that each and every single day you go and speak your heart out. I promise you that's the best way you can live life. You look at people much more, and you never look in confusion. You never be confusion. I need you to be something greater in life. I need you to understand greatness is in you today. I need you to understand that each and every single time you love in life, you're going to also increase your vibrancy and your health. You're going to be something of a coach. You're going to coach someone today. You have to. You have to coach someone today, otherwise you never coach yourself. You have to understand you have to be someone to coach something. You have to understand you coach something in life, which is you. You have to coach yourself to grow. You have to coach yourself to learn. You have to coach yourself how to make music. You have to coach yourself to walk. You have to coach yourself to talk. You have to coach yourself to do everything. You have to understand that to do everything is to coach yourself to do it. You have to understand you go coach yourself to love life much greater, because you have to love life. You have to understand that loving life is now. You have to understand each and every single time you're loving life, you're going to inspire, you're going to do something much greater, and you're going to also prosper in the moment, because the moment will set you free. I promise you, that's the truth. I promise you, the truth shall set you free. When you understand that Jesus has the best habits in the world, you'll follow Jesus, and you understand no matter what, you're going to also do better for yourself all the time, because guess what? If you're never doing better, you'll never follow Jesus too. You have to understand, you have to follow what's greater. What's greater is something of better habits. You have to understand there's always Jesus who has the best habits in the world, and you have to study him to understand his habits. You have to understand that it's not about sex, you have to understand it's about delayed sex. Alright, you should delay sex and have sex when you have a kid only. I promise you that's what Jesus recommends today. I promise you that's the best way. I promise you the best way is have sex. I realize you only have sex when you have kids. I realize that's the only way, because Jesus said so. You should understand you go and be something greater, because that way you understand loving life is to be in the moment. You have to be in the moment, you have to be in the moment, you have to be in the moment to understand what action is. I promise you action is doing this for 3 hours every single day. Because that's what action is. I have to be an action type of person. I have to understand how to do some communication today. I have to understand communication. I have to understand something of smart-ass nature is going to help you to communicate much better. Hope each and every single time you're doing something great. Thank you very much. Because you have to do something great all the time. You have to be a kind of integrity in you. You have to understand. You have to go and love life all the time. You have to make sure no matter what, when you get interrupted, you just keep talking. Because guess what? You're lifting while somebody else is trying to be negative. So guess what? Let them be negative while you lift yourself anyway. No matter what, it's recorded in history that no matter what, that I love life, because I love life and I love now to even be in front of people and speak my mind more. Because now it's different. I realize now I've entered a different consciousness over here, because guess what? I'm speaking about love and life now. I'm speaking about overall tendencies to grow, and that's the whole point of life. You speak in a way that you're going to understand people, and you're going to understand conversational skills when you look at people more and more. And when you're looking at people more and more, you understand to be in the spotlight. You have to be in the spotlight today. You have to do some public speaking today. You can do it. You can do it. You can do this today. You can understand. You can do it. You just have to understand to put yourself into the situation and grow with yourself. You have to understand. You have to love yourself to be here. And you're here right now. You love yourself every single day. You have to love yourself more and more and more. And you'll be more foundational. You have more empathy. You have more skills. You have more of what you need. Promise you, the schedule is your life. Promise you, your schedule is your habits. You have to better your habits. You better your schedule. You better your schedule, you better your time freedom. That's what it's all about. It's have 24 hours of the day for free. That's what we are working for. We're working for something greater over here. We're working for leadership qualities. I need you to have leadership more in your life. I need you to do leadership today. I need you to understand to spark interest today much more. I need you to understand to go be more freedom today, because you deserve freedom. You deserve to have a greater life. You deserve to have something of interest every single day. You have to always be greater. You have to understand to respect yourself the most. You have to understand that to respect yourself the most is to have the highest morals in life. You have the highest morals in life, I promise you, you'll love yourself the most. I promise you, that's what key is. I promise you, the key is loving yourself. I mean, love thyself. I promise you, thou shalt not kill, because those people are going to be good. I need you to work for the good of life. I need you to understand, no matter what, you be a person who's looking greater and greater and greater, because that's what Jesus needs from you. I promise you, Jesus needs you to look better. I promise you, Jesus needs you to lose weight. Jesus needs you to look and communicate much better and look better, and also study more and be an entrepreneur today. I need you to understand to go and follow something greater. You have to do something. You have to always do something greater in life. You have to understand there's something greater in life that you can do. You can do something greater. You can electrify. You can do something in life. You can understand there's always something to do. You can always say, if you smell what Benny's cooking. Or that the Rock says that, although you understand no matter what, that you go and pronounce something greater in you. You will understand no matter what, you be something of crediting nature, or you're crediting yourself, you're patting yourself on the back every single day to make sure you're growing. You make sure you're growing, you make sure you're always a person who's going to encourage today, because that's motivation. Motivation is make sure you're growing. You're never a person who's never loving yourself. You need to always be a person who understands to look people in the eye when you're nodding. You have to understand, you look people in the eye and you nod at them. You have to understand, you give attention to gain attention. That's the only way. You give some more love, you get some more love. The best way is stay away from the crowd. I need you to lift yourself. I need you to understand you're good. You're a good person. Thank you very much. You always have to be more blessed. And the best way is have more skills. You have to be that kind of person all the time. You be the type of person who's loving life today. You have to love life in growth. You have to love life every single day to understand there's always something in you that can always be greater. You can always be greater. You can always do greater. You can always be something more today. You can always make sure you're encouraging yourself today to be the best version of yourself. That's what it's all about. It's becoming the best version of yourself every single day, and it's becoming the best version of yourself every single day. You will understand that what Jesus needs from you is to become the best version of yourself today. That's the whole point, that you understand to become the best version of today. So you understand that you have to become the best version of yourself to understand to have freedom today, because that's how you're going to be the best. You have to be the best. You have to be the best in your life. You have to understand, you have to have heart. You have to have heart and push your emotions. You have to push your emotions every single day to communicate and love life like that. You should love life with your emotions. You should love with your heart. You should give your heart. You should give your heart like this. You should push your heart at people. You should love your life. You should understand. Push your heart at people. I'll give my heart over here. I'll give my heart. I'll give my heart. But that's the whole point. You push your heart at people. I'll give my heart over here. I love you. But that's the whole point. You have to give your heart more and more. Because those people who are giving their heart are going to love life. You have to love life more. You have to understand to give your heart all the time, and you'll be more compassionate. You do something much more in freedom. You do something much more inspirational. You deserve to live life by loving life. I promise you. You have to understand life itself by understanding more information. You have to understand, you need more information today. You need to be in front of people. You have to be in front of people and encourage people. You have to understand, you have to encourage people. You have to encourage people. You have to encourage people. You have to encourage people all the time to make sure that you're always never entertaining, or that you're growing while you're entertaining. You have to understand, you go in a smart type of way. You have to understand, you always grow. You grow and you never look back. You never go backwards, you go forwards. I need you to always freestyle, and I never need you to compete with people. I need you to freestyle the best you can, which is your walk. Otherwise, it's your walk and talk. You have to walk and talk your freestyle of life. Because you need to be the person who can be athletic. You're doing something really great. You're loving life all the time. You're doing something really inspirational, and you're making sure, no matter what, that you're going to be the best version of yourself, because that's why I'm here. I'm here to inspire you every single day to be the best version of yourself, because guess what? Otherwise, nobody else is going to do it for you. You have to understand, you do it for yourself. You do it for yourself. Because guess what? I'll give you the information. You have to read this. You have to read my information to be the best version of yourself. I promise you. Thank you very much. You have to be that kind of person all the time to love your life. You have to love your life. And I consider you always to make sure to read. You have to read all the time. I'm always reading. I'm doing 3 hours of content every single day in public speaking. You have to understand to read 3 hours a day. I do 3 hours of public speaking a day. You have to read 3 hours a day. Something. Because I can do it, you can do it. Everybody can do it. You can do it every single day when you believe in yourself. You believe in yourself every single day, you do it right now. You do something right now, it's going to help you. You look down, you never look down, you look up. You look up all the time and you make sure to inspire yourself. You inspire yourself all the time to love life. That's what it's all about today. Because each and every single day, you're going to be inspirational. You have to be inspirational today. You have to do some more inspiration. You have to be more inspirational. You always have to do more. To do more than what you're doing. That's how to really lead. You have to lead through encouragement. You have to understand to be that kind of person who can love life. Loving life is everything. When you love life, it's the best. You have to be that kind of person who's always doing a Toastmaster speech on the street somewhere. I do 90 hours of video content in public speaking on the street a month. Whereas Toastmasters do it 30 minutes a month. Whereas I'll do 90 hours of public speaking a month. Whereas they do it 30 minutes a month. Because that's the difference between success. You have to understand, you go put the effort in every single day, you will be something great, I promise you. I promise you, you have to communicate more. You have to be more in life. You have to understand there's always more freedom to give. I promise you, there's always more love. I promise you, there's always more enthusiasm. You can do it. You can do it. You can always do some more enthusiasm. You have to understand that enthusiasm is electric. I promise you, it's electric. I promise you need more electricity in your life. I promise you need more enthusiasm. You have to be charismatic all the time. You have to understand charisma is electricity. You have to have more energy, which is electricity. I promise you, this world's made out of electricity. I promise you, Albert Einstein said so. I promise you, everything you see is everything you see is electricity. You have to have more energy in you. You have to understand, you have to be more inspired. You have to be more. To be more. You have to be more. You have to be more in life to understand, to love life. To love life all the time. To understand, to love life is also to grow up. Because it's growing up, and you're growing up younger and younger and younger throughout time. You're never growing old. You never ask how old are you. You'll understand that everybody's younger throughout time. You have to understand the best mentality is look younger and feel younger and do better, have more energy. Those people who have more energy are the ones who are growing younger. To have more energy, you have to study how to get that. You have to understand that I show you in my courses, in Daniel Voyage Instagram. You can go find me. And to understand, no matter what, you be that kind of person who's always promoting yourself one way or another. Because guess what? I'm selling freedom over here. I'm not selling you on anything of a price. I promise you, the price is freedom. I'll give you freedom. I expect no money from you. I promise you, I'm not that person who asks for money. I ask for freedom. I ask for wisdom. I promise you, that is all the money in the world for me. Because guess what? When it's for me, it's for Jesus Christ. I promise you, I do it for Jesus Christ. I understand His freedom. I understand His habits. And I'm more like Jesus Christ every single day. And Jesus Christ says, in terms of my life, I must be on the street encouraging all of you, because guess what? Jesus would. I promise you, Jesus would be right here inspiring people today. I promise you. Jesus would do the same thing as I do right now. I promise you, also have to do the same thing. You understand Jesus would be here inspiring you too. You understand that you be a person who understands that you have courage today. You live life much greater than you do, and you will live to love life. You have to understand, to love life is to live life more. And to live life more, you have to understand more information today. You have to understand there's more information that you can give. You have to understand you go give something of preciseness in a better way. You're always a precise person in a better way. Actually, everybody's precise, although you have to be more precise. In a perfect way where you're growing only. You're making sure you have the skills to grow. First, you have to learn entrepreneurship. You have to learn business skills. You have to learn marketing. You have to learn sales. You have to learn that sales is marketing. And to understand that sales is marketing. So make sure no matter what, you're always learning more and more throughout time. You're always public speaking. You're always making sure that you communicate more, because communication is smart ass. You have to understand, you be a smart ass today. I promise you, each and every single day, you'll be a person who understands smart ass nature is communication. So be a public speaker today, guys. And that way you understand no matter what, you're going to inspire one way or another. And guess what? When you can also do public speaking, you can also listen to electronic music too. And you can also be an electronic music producer while you inspire people. You have to understand, you be a public speaker and talk about life, and be an electronic music producer too, and learn about life every single day. You learn about life, and you shall love life much more. You have to understand, to love life is to feel free and live life in a greater way where your health is the best. You have to understand. I thank you very much. You have to be that kind of person all the time. You have to understand that freedom is now. And those people who have freedom are the ones who are able to speak. You speak, you speak, you speak, you speak, you speak. You speak really quick. You have to speak very quick because that's a smart-ass tendency. You have to be smart-ass to understand, to never work for money. You're never working for money, you're making sure that you love life first. You have to understand to love life first because you love life without money when you're born. And guess what? You understand how to live life now. You have to understand to live life like how you were born. Otherwise you never work for money. Otherwise now, you understand. You be that kind of person who understands you got to do something for free. Otherwise, when you were born, you started running around. You started running around and playing with the bike. Then you should go play with something and start growing something. You understand? Without the money, the money is never important. When I was a kid, I got given $50 because I was giving so much attention to somebody. Well, that's why. Otherwise, you got to give some more attention, and you get some more attention today. Otherwise, to get some attention, you have to be on the street to do it sometimes. And guess what? Eventually, you're going to be pounding it in the term of positivity. Understand? It's about positivity today, and loving life is positivity. So make sure no matter what, you're the person who is a Power Ranger. You should be a Power Ranger and be a positive person in terms of the greater good there. So you should understand that each and every single time you do something, you're going to look at people in the eyes, and you're going to study people in their nature. You have to study people each and every single time. You have to look at them, you have to feel them, you have to understand that everybody's looking good, although we have to look better. We have to look better now. I realize we're looking good, we have to look better. I have to look better too. Otherwise, we always have to do better. Otherwise, you're looking good. I have to look better though. And you have to look better too. Otherwise, we all have to look better. I realize that each and every single time you're doing something, probably it's positive, probably you can do it, you can understand there's always a better way, you can understand there's always something you can do much greater, and you're going to understand that you never ever stop a person uplifting. Probably that way you understand you will be uplifting, because guess what? Life is freedom, and life is now, and life is smart-ass. You have to be a smart-ass every single day. You have to understand, every single day you have to be something more in life. Probably that's the best way. Probably the best way is do something of communication, and that way you understand that smart-ass tendencies is communication. Probably every single day we're going to communicate, and we're going to understand, we're going to do some public speaking today, and we're going to understand what we're going to do in front of the street today. Because guess what? We're going to understand some nice, beautiful ways to do something much more. You have to understand that no matter what, you be a person who's always learning from your mistakes, because there is no mistakes. You have to understand you just have to learn more information. And the biggest mistake is learning nothing. That's the biggest mistake, because those people have no lives. Those people have no lives who never learn. You have to learn to grow. You have to learn how to do everything. So you have to learn how to surf. You have to learn how to walk. You have to learn how to ride a bike. You have to learn everything. You have to learn. I have to learn this. I have to learn this. I have to do it. 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 I have to understand. I have to always make sure I'm doing greater. I have to understand I'm always electrified. I have to learn how to do that better too. I have to learn how to do better. I have to learn how to look greater. I have to learn how to have a much better communication style, which is smart-ass. I understand that every single time I'm smart-ass, I have a better communication style. I'm always doing something with my vocabulary. I realize that I'm doing something with my vocabulary over here to make sure my vocabulary is something of a much better quality. Because guess what? Zig Ziglar also will say, you have to pump it up. You have to pump it up. You have to pump it up. You have to also have to pump it up. You have to understand you have to pump it up every single day. You have to understand that freedom is now. You have to understand you have to be a person who is entertaining also while growing. That's the best way. The best way is make sure you're growing. You have to understand you have to grow, because guess what? That's honest. Every single time you're doing something with your pronunciation, you're looking better, you're feeling better, you're always much better. You have to be much better all the time. You have to understand, I promise you, you guys are all perfect, and guess what? You have to be more perfect. But you have to now grow yourself. That's the best way. The best way to live up to 100 is to learn how to be up to 100. My grandfather lived up to 93. You learn something about that. You have to learn to grow and grow and grow and level yourself up every single day. To level up. You have to level up all the time. You always have to level up. You have to make sure every single time you're going to be strong, you're going to be encouraging, you're going to be uplifting, you're going to have strength in you. To understand you're going to do something much more. You're going to give much more. You're going to understand there's nothing to be embarrassed about here. Or else I stand for myself for something great. I stand for Jesus Christ over here. I understand no matter what, I've got nothing to be ashamed about, because Jesus will do the same thing. Or else no matter what, I'm going to do what Jesus does every single day. I stay away from the drugs. I turn vegan. I make sure to stay away from the pubs and the bars, because I'm going to teach the Bible. I'm going to teach the Bible every single day. I'm doing it every single day. Or else no matter what, I'm doing it because I'm better than yesterday. I'm doing it better than yesterday every single day. I make sure no matter what that nobody's laughing at me, because guess what? I'm only lifting you. Or else no matter what, when you laugh at me, you shall also laugh at yourself, because guess what? You never laugh at anybody, otherwise you will be a person who laughs at yourself. And you should understand, you never laugh at people. You laugh with people, and that way you understand to love life. Because you love life in a better way. You love life in a better way, because guess what? You're enthusiastic today, because guess what? You can understand my energy today. You'll understand you can find 3 hours of content today inside my Instagram. You can find what I've done. And guess what? Each and every single day I do something very special in terms of communication work, and you can understand to learn something. You have to learn something every single day. You have to learn to grow yourself. You have to grow yourself every single day to become the best version of yourself. You have to understand it's love in life that's going to help you do that. You have to understand you have love in your side of you right now, and guess what? You have to understand that you're growing, you're still a person walking, you still have love in you. You have to understand to love life more. You have to love life more anyway. I promise you love life now, or you have to love life more. I promise you that's the difference. I promise you the difference is more. I promise you whatever you're doing, you have to do it more. You have to do it more, you have to do it more. You have to go more, you have to go the more way. You understand? You have to go do something more than what you're doing. I promise you that's the best way. I promise you it's really go do something more than what you're doing. You have to change your aspect of life. You have to change your mentality. You have to be quick. You have to understand that you have to always be more athletic. You have to understand agility. You have to understand that athleticism is also making sure you're flexible, making sure you're doing something amazing, and that way you understand to entertain yourself. You can entertain yourself. Well, that's the best way. Entertain yourself every single day. Promise you never entertain others. Promise you that's a nice beautiful skill right here to love life. I entertain myself every day. I make sure I'm always doing something to entertain myself, because guess what? I have to live today. I have to make sure no matter what I'm not doing it for others, I'm doing it for something greater. Because every single day I do something to make sure I grow. I'm always a person who understands my heart. I'm always a person who understands what freedom is. I'm always a person who understands what agility is. I do agility every single day. I learn about it every single day. I'm a smart ass. Otherwise I understand what smart ass nature is. I understand what communication is every single day. Because guess what? It's worth it. Otherwise you can do that. You understand no matter what, you'll be a better person in the process. You'll be a better person. You understand to strike and treat. When you strike and treat, you'll be twice. You'll be someone who's really pushing it. You understand no matter what, you're going to coach yourself on the street. You're going to coach yourself how to public speak. And then you just keep going. You just keep going, and you keep going, and you keep going. Because that's how you public speak. You keep going. You keep consistent with what you're doing, much better. You have to do it much better. You have to understand that each and every single time, you have to lift your energy. You have to understand you have to be quick. You have to understand we're never going to walk slow. We're going to walk quicker. We're going to walk quicker and quicker to understand that there is a better way to walk. You have to understand you never be a person who has low energy. You have to have high energy. You have to be quick. You have to understand to be quick in life. You have to understand it's about quickness. You have to understand it's about high energy today. Because you have to be quick to get somewhere. You understand you have to be here though. You understand to be here. You never rush. Although you understand you have to be more. You have to have more energy. You understand to love life more. That's the whole point. The whole point is making sure no matter what you're doing is better. You're doing better, you have more energy, you're going to be quick, you're going to be fast, and that's the whole point. I have a trance-like feeling over here. I'm always in trance because guess what? I'm growing. I'm growing in the way that I understand to lift. You have to stiff. You have to stiff yourself to lift. You understand you're never stiffing, or do you understand that it's growth? You understand I'm talking about growth here. You understand you have to learn to understand. You have to learn to comprehend much broader. You have to comprehend much broadly. You have to understand to be a broader person about what you're doing. You have to be that kind of person who understands more energy. Probably when you give people the creeps, probably that's why they're never here and doing their public speaking, because they're always creeped out. Whereas they're creeped out from people. Whereas I'm not creeped out with people because I'm in front of their face right here. I'm right here in front of their face. How can I be creeped out? How can I be creeped out? Whereas I never get creeped out. Because guess what? I'm the one lifting. I'm always lifting myself to be the best version of myself. Because that's how I love life. I love life by making sure that nothing disturbs me. I'm making sure that nothing is causing my insides to go down. I realize I'm never putting toxins inside myself. I'm always making sure that the heart sees everything. I promise you the feelings see everything. I promise you emotions hear everything. I promise you I see everybody with my emotions right now. I have nothing to think about. I can see with my heart right here. I understand I use my heart. I can tell everything. I can see everything about everybody. I can see how tense people are in the face and everything. I understand you have to use your heart more. You have to give more of your heart. I promise you when you see people uplifting, you uplift them too. Because guess what? When you're uplifting other people, you'll also be lifted. Because you've got nothing else to do except lift people today. I promise you, what else are you going to do today? I don't know what else you're going to do today except for lift people. Otherwise, you're boring. You have to be more person. You have to be more of a person who lifts people today, because that's how you are going to have a better life. You have to lift people today or nothing. I promise you, it's go better or go home. You have to understand that. You have to understand it's really about lift people and look people in the eye all the time. Look at people with your heart in the eye. My heart's looking at you in the eye. Because my heart is looking at you in the heart. Because my heart is looking at you in the eye. Because that is the whole point. I look with my heart. I see with my heart everything. Otherwise, I use my heart all the time. I use my heart all the time. Make sure no matter what, my heart can understand you. I understand what my heart is. I understand your heart too. I understand where you're from. I understand how you live life. I can see your status today. I understand your status. I can see your status. I understand your habits. I can see where you are. I see what you're dressed as. I can see what your people are today, although we have to live today. Otherwise we have to lift, we have to become better. Because no matter what, that is the whole point. Realize that the conclusion of life is the beginning. As I said, that there is no conclusion. Realize we're just going to lift. You gotta live. You understand? We have to lift all the time. You understand? That's the whole point of integrity. Because integrity is lifting. And those people who understand integrity are the ones in the face of people and giving more attention. You have to give more love. You have to give more of you. You have to understand there's more love in you today. And guess what? You have to love life much more. You have to understand. To love life more is to also be more concentrated. It's to be more focused. It's to be more athletic and also much more in who you need to be who's better than yesterday. That's the best way. The best way is look at people and give attention and be quick to understand people. You're looking at people each and every single step of the way. You're understanding how people are. And most people are going to be ignorant, or they're just going to be ignorant of this sort. And that way you understand no matter what, that you just go lead anyway and be a better person for it. You understand? To love life is to also understand wisdom. And to understand the courage that you need, which is wisdom. You have to understand wisdom is life, and those people who understand wisdom are going to turn it up and electrify. I need to electrify. I need to understand there's always something greater in you. Because you need to use your heart all the time. You have to understand there's greater life that you can live. You have to understand there's always greatness in you. You have to understand there's always something much more that you can do. You have to understand that when people are disappointed, you never be disappointed. You never get disappointed because you never expect anything from people. You never expect them to follow you. You don't care about that. You care about your growth only. You just care to grow. You just care to go and do you and grow in front of people. And I get 50,000 people walking past the tunnel here every day. Every single day, 50,000 people walking past the tunnel. And guess what? I'm always making sure that I'm living life much greater. I'm making sure that each and every single day I have more vibrancy, I have more vocabulary skills, I have more concentration and power of will. I have 9% no pleasure. I have no pleasure in my life. I understand I have no pleasure in my life. I need no pleasure in my life. I don't care about pleasure. I delay gratification every single day, and I love life more. I follow Jesus. I follow Jesus every day. I make sure no matter what, my life is much more than yesterday, because here I am to yet again give you more of my heart. Because guess what? That's the whole point. The whole point of living life is be free. First, you need to be free today to understand more communication styles and understand that you can absorb everybody's information and dialogue through your heart. Because your heart is your body and it's no mind. Have no mind, and you understand that you can always do better, you can always be better, you can always feel better, and it's always making sure that you understand you never fail. There's nothing to fail about. I'm not failing today. I realise that there is a much better tendency in me to understand that I'm enthusiastic today. I'm always a person who says, if you smell what Daddy's cooking, I realise no matter what. I said that for the second time today, although you understand that I'm just a person who understands I love to have fun while I grow. I love to grow, I love to entertain something greater. I understand that no matter what, entertain, grow, because that's what's greater. I understand no matter what, if you're a person who understands there is a greater way in you, you have to understand to love life more is to be in the moment. You have to understand to be in the moment every single day and make it about yourself much more in life. And you should make it about yourself much more. Thank you very much. That to be that kind of person who's always lifting. You have to lift yourself to greatness. You have to be greatness every single day. Because who else is going to be greatness? I don't understand. Yeah, you must be greatness today. You must make it a must to be a public speaker. You must make it a must to communicate every single day. You must make it a must to make sure that you're going to do something much positive today. You understand? To stand out in the crowd. You have to stand out every single day. You have to do something that's really going to help you be beneficial more today than ever before. It's a bit of person and woman every single day. And person who's understanding much greater. You understand that men and women alike must be greater. You have to understand no matter what, I never use the woman first, I never use the man first. I use the people first. I use the people first, and I say no matter what, I am always first in Jesus Christ's name. Realize that it's about something greater. Realize no matter what, realize I never say people first, I say Jesus first. Realize no matter what, you go and put Jesus first, and you understand that you use the term person or people instead of man or woman in terms of that nature. You understand no matter what, you're going to do something better today. I thank you very much. And you be a person who understands freedom. You're going to understand freedom because you're going to love life today. Because loving life means no gambling. I realize no gambling today. I never need you to gamble your life away. I never need you to gamble your time away. I need you to always increase your time. I need you to increase your wisdom today. I need you to go and study something of entrepreneurship today with Lewis Howes or John C. Maxwell or Jim Rohn. You've got Jim Rohn, you've got Tony Robbins today. You can go coach people. I mean, go and show up with 10, or else you have to go and show up with tens of thousands of people and show them what you mean about life. You have to understand you have to go teach a story every single day. Or if you're not teaching a story, probably nobody else will. I need you to understand to go and express your story every single day and make your story greatness. I need you to understand greatness is key and greatness is courage. And those people who can understand to speak their story more and more are going to have more of a legacy. Or you need to do that every single day. You need to be fast, you have to be effective, you have to be strong, you have to understand there's better in you today. You have to understand there is no such thing as weakness, and you should understand you go be stronger. And you should understand that it doesn't get easier throughout time when you're not tougher on yourself. You have to be tough on yourself and more strict on yourself than ever before to to have an easier life and to be better than yesterday. I realize I'm always better and better and better because I'm stricter and stricter on myself. I have a better discipline, I have a better strategy, I have better schedules, I have better habits. I quit the drugs, because that's one way that you can increase your finance and wisdom and live a longer life. Otherwise, you just stay away from the white wine and stay away from romance with alcohol. I never need you to drink alcohol. I need you to have a better life for yourself. I need you to understand no matter what, be something greater. I never need you to be negative. I need you to understand to go and uplift people and go have something to give. I need you to understand that each and every single time you're doing something of greatness, you're going to understand to do some public speaking today, and you understand to go and do some nice, beautiful communication methods. We understand to go and sum up all the knowledge that you see and put it into one. And then we understand to do that once you're on the street and doing street performance. You look at everybody and go and give some ideas based on everybody. You have to understand that's called broadness. I promise you that's called ideas. I promise you that's called skills. And the more skills you give, the better you are. I promise you the more you give, the more you get. You understand? You have to be more. You have to give more. You have to receive more. You have to do more. You have to understand more. To understand, to see more. You have to see life. You have to see life with your heart. You have to see what's happening every single day. I never need you to be a Latsky. I never need you to be eating low. I need you to be something much more. I should understand. You get away from the Latskys. I need you to understand. I was a Latsky before. I used to look like one of those lads. I never care about them. I care about lifting you only. You have to understand. I care about lifting only. I only go where I get lifted. I need you to understand. You go do something much greater than yourself today. And you go be something much greater today. I thank you very much. Because each and every single time, I'm doing something much greater, and I'm doing something every single day to lift my communication skills. I have to always lift my communication skills today. I have to understand to breathe sometimes. I realize that no matter what, that I never get disappointed. I never get disappointed. I understand the world is making it harder for themselves. I never make it harder. I realize there's nothing to make harder. I realize there's nothing to make harder about anything. I realize that life is not hardness. I realize life is soft. I have a soft heart. I never have a hard heart. I'm giving because I'm soft. I'm a soft tendency to give. I'm very innocent. You have to understand you be innocent in life, and you understand tendency is to grow. You have to grow today. You have to understand that life coaching is about motivation too. And to understand that busking is a nice, beautiful idea where you can understand you come on the street. And last year, I understand that I never knew I was going to do this, although I had a big vision to eventually do this, and here I am. And guess what? It's been 42 hours and I've been doing it for 42 hours. I promise you, I'm getting better. I'm getting better throughout time because guess what? You have to get better throughout time. You have to level yourself. 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 You have to always have to level yourself much better so you can understand to be greatness. You have to understand to love life is to level yourself and become better and better and better and live up to 150. You have to live up to 160. You have to live up to 170 today. You have to live up to 200. You have to live up to 300. You can do it. You can do it. You live the longest life you can. I promise you, that's the best way. I promise you, you live longer, you feel longer, you'll be a longer person. You stay away from the bombs, you stay away from the weed. I promise you, I never need you to smoke weed. I smoked weed for 3 years. I promise you, it's never the way. I promise you that it causes schizophrenia. I promise you that you be a person today who understands greater courage and greater ideal. You have to understand the worthy ideal today is your best version, and that's the only way. I promise you, the only way is your heart. You be more of a heart so that you have more heartness. You be a person who's lifting. You have to smile to lift. You have to be a smiler today. To understand that smiling is lifting people. Understand that when you never lift and you never smile at people, you're just arrogant. Understand you just be someone who's smiling all the time. Probably that's the best way. Probably that when you're coaching for a reason. And you're coaching to lift yourself only. Probably when you lift yourself only, you'll be lifted. And guess what? In the process, somebody else will be lifted with your ideas. And that's the whole point of life. Probably that when you read all your podcasts and they're doing it on YouTube, I'm doing it in front of a crowd. I'm doing it in front of a crowd every single day. I realize that I've been doing it more in front of a crowd than them. As I'm saying, that's the whole ideal. I've been doing it 3 hours a day, once they've been doing 1 hour a day. Once you go do it in front of a crowd, you go do something in front of a crowd every single day. Once that you be a person throughout time, you stay consistent, and you do 3 hours a day, every single day of public speaking, once you're going to be worth it. Because you're going to do something much greater. Because you're going to leave something behind. I do 2 hours of courses every single day in video. Because you can find much more courses inside of my Instagram. You can find some inspiration. You can go and do some inspiration today. And you have to be inspired by somebody. You have to understand, you're going to be inspired by Jesus today. I promise you that. Most people never even follow Jesus. I promise you that. I've got nothing else, although I realize I have something else. I have something always. I never have nothing. I have something to give all the time. Make sure that I'm never nothing. I'm always something. And that way you understand I give something for nothing. I give something of ideas. I give some tendencies to understand better habits. And better habits is richness. And better habits is looking better and understanding the crowd and making sure no matter what you're always in the spotlight. And you're making sure you're lifting yourself and loving yourself and studying your A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. I had a dream today to make sure no matter what, you guys get what you deserve. So that way, I understand I lift you. And I understand we all deserve to be lifted. So make sure no matter what, you're a person always singing Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. I love you. I love you today because guess what? When you have your I in 10, you're going to grow in your confidence and you're going to love life more. Or else you're going to love life more. You're going to be someone much more worthy. You're going to be worthy today. I need you to be worthy today. You need to realize that you have to be in front of the crowd to be worthy much more than behind the crowd. You should be in front of the crowd, lifting them. And you should understand to lift people and never look people down while you kick them. Because guess what? You don't kick people, you lift them. You lift them only. You never kick people at all. You never punch when you get a punch. You just let them punch you. You allow them to punch you. Allow them to hit you. Allow them to do anything to you. I promise you, somebody else will help you. You have to understand. You just be a person who allows life. You're allowing yourself to live. You're allowing yourself to have treasure in life. You allow yourself to really love yourself much more. You have to understand that each and every single time I look at people, I understand much more of a crowd. I understand this time I'm much more able to speak now because guess what? I've been speaking for more and more periods of time. Understand that one period is this moment. I promise you that when you have a period in high school or anything in life, you just have one life to live. You understand? It's just one life. I promise you, it's just one journey. And guess what? Make it the best version of yourself. I promise you, that's the best. I promise you, I don't even care about the money. I promise you that I made the skills to just have $2 million all my life. I don't care about the money. I care about love. I care about wisdom. I care about growing myself. I promise you, just grow yourself. You have more than $2 million. I have more than $2 million. I have more than money in life. I don't care about my financial bank account money. I care about how much courses I've given. That's the whole point. You give more courses today, you have to understand to have better language all the time and be a person who understands vocabulary and understand to read books every single day. I promise you, you'll be a person who understands where you're going also. You understand to always be a person who understands to never be a latsky and be a person who understands to go and grow yourself each and every single day. Because that's the way. I promise you, the way is stay away from the drugs, kids. I promise you, understand? Promise you, although when you're a person who understands to be a baby all your life, you're going to be a person who understands communication skills every day. You always have to do that. You have to understand yourself much greater. You have to know thyself. And to know thyself, you have to know yourself more. To understand to be uplifted. And that way you understand that I understand. I understand that somebody I realized that one kid just stepped on my business cards without caring. I realized I didn't care about that. I realized that guy's going to go down really quickly. I realized no matter what, you just be a person who has respect for people's stuff. I realized no matter what, you have respect for your stuff. I realized I never touch your stuff. You never touch my stuff either. I realized no matter what, you be that kind of person. You never touch people's stuff. I realized you never touch people's stuff unless they give you permission. I realized that's the only point. I realized you don't need to touch people's stuff. You got to touch your stuff. You be that kind of person. You go just mind your business every single day. You mind your business, know where you're going to live, you're going to be inspiring today, and you have to be inspiring today. You have to be inspiring today to really love life. You have to understand that loving life is this moment. And those people who understand life are the ones who are giving life. You give life more, you understand more, you're going to love more, you're going to be much more of a person today, and you're going to be someone worthy who understands life much more. Understand that it's really about give more attention and you'll gain more attention. You have to understand it's about that. You have to understand it's about talking it up. You have to, I care, man, I care. I care. I never anything. I make sure no matter what I speak up, I make sure no matter what I'm always lifting. I don't care about you people. I care about growing. I care about lifting you only. Otherwise I never anything. Otherwise I make sure you guys speak up more. You always speak up more. And I realize no matter what, you're always going to lift up. I realize some teenagers are saying for me to well, I never anything. You have to understand, you never me in life. I realize no matter what, I speak up my integrity. I realize I have a voice. I have something to say over here. Because that is the way. Whereas when people are causing you violence, you let them cause you violence. Allow it. You're not scared of kids. Whereas you have to be a baby, although I'm a baby. I'm not afraid of anything, because guess what? I use my heart all the time. I allow people to shh me. I realize I never shh in my life. I realize I always speak up. I realize when you shh me, I realize your body language is still talking. I realize your body language is still here. You have to understand, when you shh somebody, you're going to kill them. Totally. And then guess what? You never shush them anyway, because guess what? You'll be with Jesus Christ. You have to understand, you have to believe it's something greater. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself every day. You have to believe in your legacy. You have to give your legacy more. You have to do more in life. You have to understand there is a better you in life. You have to understand there is a better way. There is a better courage that you can do, and you can encourage people today. You have to understand you have to do that every single day. You're doing it every single day with how you look. You have to understand you have to be feeling your life much greater. You have to understand that I understand the crowd much greater, because guess what? I've been around the crowd for 42 hours with public speaking, and it's worth it. It's worth to understand the crowd, and you have to be with the crowd to be in the spotlight, leading them only. You're never just in the crowd, you're leading the crowd. You're the leader in the crowd. Because guess what? That way you're going to understand to teach people some personal development skills and life coaching skills on how they can actually improve their life. And when you're a person doing that, you understand skills, and you're going to break limits. So you're going to break records. You're going to be the world's best leader in yourself. You have to understand, you have to be the world's best leader in yourself. You have to call yourself the world's best leader every single day. And understand each every single day you can do it. You can do it. You can do what I do too. You'll understand every single day you have to inspire. You have to lift. You have to understand there's always a greater way in you. I promise you, there's always a greater way. You can do it, man. You can do it. Every single day you can do something that's really foundational. You can always uplift. You can always lift. You can always do something that's really going to motivate you every single day, to encourage you to live a better life. That's what smartest tendency is. That's what you do every single day, because that way you will be worth it. You will be doing something really great. And what's great today is never turn your back on the crowd, and make sure you guys see me right here, no matter what, or else no matter what, I'm always lifting the crowd. And that way I understand I'm lifting myself throughout life. I realize life is a journey. I realize that I have another 73 years to live life. I realize I'll be 101 in 73 years, and guess what? I calculate everything over my life. Turn. I realize that each and every single day I'm growing, and that's the most important aspect of my life. Make sure I'm growing every single day, and make sure no matter what, I'm always looking people in the eye, and I make sure every single day to lift you. I'm always lifting my heart. I'm always making sure I'm always doing something that's really important, and that way I understand my life is to be lived greater. I have to live greater every single day. I have to make sure every single day I'm going to do something much more that's going to give me I realize it's going to give me a heart foundation, and that's I thank you very much. I thank you very much. I realize that I have a dream. I have a dream today. I realize that old man, I realize the guy over there cannot hear me. Although, guess what? I understand that nobody's old. Although, when I name an old man, I realize that is people who understand that they cannot hear me. You have to understand that. You have to understand that you never call people old. You call people young. Although, guess what? You label them as old or young. You have to understand. You label them. You say that guy's old because you can see it. Otherwise, you say what is. You have to understand. He's saying that he cannot hear me. You can go on my Instagram and you can hear me. You have to understand. You got to be smarter. You have to be smarter, because guess what? I don't care if people cannot hear me. You can hear me on my Instagram. You can go on my Instagram today. You can be inspired today. I promise you. Because guess what? If you're not public speaking and you believe something of me in low tendencies, I realize that you believe something of me in low tendencies because I'm inspiring. You have to understand that I'm an inspiring person today. And guess what? If you don't find me inspiring, I promise you, you have to go and public speak then. You step up then. You think you know it all. You think you know it all. You think you're so smart today, you can do anything. Although, are you public speaking today? I don't know. I thank you very much. I don't know. Well, as that, I'm always a person who understands my emotional feelings. I promise you, you're never blind today. You're never blind because you have feelings. And feelings can understand everything. I promise you, feelings can see everything. I promise you, feelings can understand Jesus Christ and everything. I promise you, I understand my feelings. I only live with my feelings today. I only need my feelings to see life. I only see everything in my life with my feelings. I promise you, no matter what, I'm always a person who's never negative. I'm always a person who's positive, and I'm always living life. I promise you that when people are discouraging you, you encourage them. I promise you have to encourage them. You have to be that type of person who understands that motivation is key. And you never delift people when they're inspiring. You be the person who understands inspiration is now. And inspiration is key. And inspiration is growth. And you should grow today. And you should understand right now. And you should understand you can do it. And you should understand you can do it. And you should understand You must do it. I need you to understand. You must be an inspiration today. You must be on the microphone. You must inspire somebody today with a microphone. You have to. I promise you to know what. You have to find people on the microphone inspirational when they're lifting. You have to understand. That way, you will be inspirational too. When you find people who are inspiring, whereas when you find people who are inspiring on the microphone, you'll also be inspiring. When you find people on the microphone who are inspiring and you never like them, you'll never be inspiring. You have to be that kind of person all the time. You have to be inspired by people who are lifting up. You have to understand, if you're not inspired by me being better than yesterday, you'll never ever be inspired. You have to be a better version of yourself. I mean, go look at my photos on Instagram. You'll find my photos of how fat I was. I was very ugly. I need to understand how much better I feel. I feel better. I look and feel better all the time. I'm loving life now much greater. Because that's the whole point. I thank you very much. How are you? Thank you. I'm doing better. Thank you very much. Well, that's each and every single time you say how are you, you show interest every single day, or then make sure you keep growing. You have to understand that it's never about entertainment. Realize that when you ask how are you, you're just learning something, and guess what? You keep learning to grow only. I need you to understand that asking how are you is also learning what that person's response is, although it never grows you. You have to understand what grows you is giving. You're giving something. You're giving some ideas every single day. You're doing something every single day to inspire somebody, and that way you understand, no matter what, you let the people discourage you. You let them discourage you, you be the one lifting them. Because guess what? They discouraged Jesus Christ, and they killed Jesus for lifting up. Most people discourage me, although guess what? I never discourage myself. I thank you very much. Whereas each and every single time, I make sure to finish my sentence before I even say anything to anybody, because it's about my connection signals and making sure that I can grow. Make sure no matter what, I do it for something greater. Make sure I do it for communication skills, so I can give you some more love over here. I give you some more electricity, which is communication skills today. I need you to understand, energy is everything, and those people who have more energy are also able to public speak 3 hours a day like I need you to understand, energy is everything. You're living in a world of energy. First, it's an energy ball of electricity today. First, the world is electricity. You are electrified, baby. You have to understand, you have to be electrifying every day. You have to understand to go public speak and to go love life more, because to love life is to understand life much greater. You understand, you have to understand much more than you are. You have to understand who you are today. You have to understand that you have to know thyself more. You understand, you never just know thyself, you know yourself more and more throughout time. To learn more about who you are and how you react, and your self-awareness is key to bettering your life. I turned vegan, I lost 47 kilos because I learned veganism. That's the best way to lose weight. You learn about nutrition and you stay away from what's fatty and what's sugary and what's so much in sodium. You have to understand, you stay away from sodium, you stay away from fat foods, you stay away from restaurants. That's the best way. The best way is now. The best way is taking more action and making sure that you're investing it in a better way. You have to understand to invest more action today. You have to understand to do something of high intent, which is courage, and making sure that you have more abilities today to look better, feel better, do something more than you are. Because that way you understand that you'll go and exceed the crowd's expectations. You're never doing it for the crowd, you're doing it for something greater. Because that way you'll be the best version of yourself, and that's why I succeed so much. I succeed so much because I'm a vegan. I lost 47 kilos like that, and guess what? Here I am. I live extra life. I get to be a kind of person. I get to do something great every single day. Make sure every single day. I lost 47 kilos. I thank you very much. I realised this guy called me a fuckwit, and guess what? I never cared. And guess what? I don't care, man. I just realised no matter what, I'm just a person who's really growing. I realise I'm a person who understands that when people call you a fuckwit, I realise they call themselves a fuckwit. I realise no matter what, you be a person who understands your freedom. You have freedom in life, you let them call you a fuckwit. You let them call you a fuckwit for lifting up yourself. I realise that when you're promoting yourself, you're never a fuckwit. I realise that you're a person who loves yourself. You just have so many haters. I realise that no matter what, you're going to be a better person for it. You have to understand, you're going to do something greater. You guys can see it. I realise no matter what, you let them. You have to be a person who understands you're going to free yourself much better. You're going to deserve better. You're going to do something better. I promise you that there's always something better to do. I promise you, if you guys never lift me, I'll lift myself. I realise I'll lift myself. I promise you, if you guys never follow me, I don't care. I lift myself anyway. That is the whole point of life. I promise you, the whole point of life is inspiration. You have to understand inspiration. You have to understand inspiration. You have to understand what inspirational people do, and that's lift the crowd. You have to understand it's really about lifting all day long. And understanding that if you don't show love, you'll never have love. Understand that love is shown to those who are greatness. And guess what? I show love all the time by giving greatness. I give greatness because I have love in me. I have love every single day to to give greatness. I do it for greatness. I do it for something greater than me. I do it for something greater than I. Because I over me. I realize I is everything. I realize each and every time I speak my I speak I intent. I speak I have a dream to be better than yesterday, and here I am better than yesterday again and again. Whereas I'm always better than yesterday because I'm always showing up for it. I'm always showing up to be better and better and better throughout time. I thank you very much. You're very sincere with your smile. I thank you very much. That many people are never sincere with how they look at me, or they understand when you smile at somebody, you will also be complimented. Thank you very much. You have to understand, you give love and you get love, and that's the way it is. Well, that's the way you must be. You must be in this moment. You must be lifting yourself every single day. You must be doing it every single day. You'll realize that when you go for muscle and the guy's stupid, realize that you went for stupidity. You went for stupidity then. Realize that you have to go for smartness. Because smartness is key. And you should understand, you're going to be a person who understands more courage and more aspects of life where you understand that you're going to live today. You're going to do something strong today. You're going to be something strong today. You're going to do something strong today. You have to be stronger than you are. To understand, to be strong and to never fight. I don't need you to fight. I need you to lift people. You should understand that's what it's about. Because when you fight, you put yourself in jail, mate. It's not about jail. I need you to understand it's about freedom. I need you to understand it's about encouragement. I need you to understand to never act stupidly. I need you to understand to go and be smart with everything. I need you to understand that everybody can see you and who you are. And understand that you have to lift yourself. You have to lift yourself today, to lift yourself every single day. You understand that tomorrow is today, and yesterday is today. To understand that you always compound interest in your favour, and you love life more. You love life more, you love life more. Because guess what? Each and every single time, I'm better, baby. I'm better because I'm again here to give some more courage and do my work. Because guess what? I don't care about them. I don't care about them. I care about growing myself. I grow myself here, and who's watching me? You're lucky to even be here with me. You understand? You're lucky to even be here today with me because I'm the ultimate coach today. Because no matter what, you're going to be something greater today. You're going to be something much more because that's how you love life. You love life through making sure that you're abundance. You're making sure that you're doing some public speaking every single day. You do some 90 hours of week. You do some 90 hours of public speaking a month. You have to understand, I do 90 hours of public speaking every single month. And guess what? That's why I grow. I grow so much in my life. I grow so much because I have a tendency in my heart. I have greatness. I have greatness to grow. You have to understand, you have to push yourself to grow. I never drink alcohol. I never do the drugs. I never eat meat either. I never need it. I do something greater than that. Or else I'm greatness. I do something much more. I make sure to learn about what I do every single day. Or else that when you don't listen, perhaps you never have to listen to me, although listen to Jesus. Or you have to listen to Jesus because I follow Jesus, and Jesus never drinks alcohol. Of course, Jesus never eats meat. I promise you, Jesus only lifts people. I promise you, when you spit at me for lifting up, you spit at Jesus too. I promise you that who you are today is a sum of your ideas, and because of your ideas, you must better your ideas. You must realize that you never blame people. You have to understand you never blame yourself. I promise you, it's nobody's fault. You have to just understand to go and lift yourself and dedicate yourself to more information. You have to trust more information. You have to trust more information. You have to get more information today. I thank you. Otherwise, you have to always understand that you go and be something more today. You have to understand that information products is the best way. Honestly, it's the best commodity, and that's what I'm doing today. I'm an information giver. I give you some information today. I give it to you for free. Realize that you must be respectful of yourself. I have the highest morals in life. I have the highest morals. Because guess what? I have to have the highest morals. I have to be the best in my life. I have to understand to be something greater than who I am. I have to always do something much more. I have to have much more freedom. I have to always do greater. I always have to make sure no matter what I do, it's always going to be better than yesterday. I have to make sure I public speak every single day and promote my legacy over here. I promote my legacy because I deserve it. I deserve my legacy to be greater. I deserve to be great all the time. I deserve to understand there's always a greater way than what I'm doing today. Whereas I always have to public speak and give you some more communication skills so you can understand ideas, so you can understand some love today. You have to understand love is communication. And those people who understand communication skills are the ones who understand to do it much more than yesterday. You have to do it much more. You have to be in front of a crowd every single day. You have to understand no matter what, I make much more in life when I give you 3 hours of content every single day. Because guess what? I learn something from it. I learn, baby. I understand I'm a baby today because I'm learning to age much better than yesterday. I understand much better than who I am. I'm doing something much greater than who I am. Because guess what? I'll give you some information. I'll give you some information today. to understand that no matter what you're doing today, you're going to do it much better than yesterday, and you're going to feel much better. You're going to feel, because every time you're doing some public speaking on the street, you're going to understand to communicate, you're going to be excellence, and you're going to be excellence of the execution, because you're going to make sure that you're going to live life greater. You have to understand, it's never about violence. You have to understand, it's really about making sure you're much more of a person who never procrastinates. You have to take more action today to invest more action today. You have to understand, it's really about investing by action. I thank you very much. You have to be that kind of person who understands it's never about taking anything from anybody. You have to understand, just giving. You're just giving, you're never about to take anything. You just go give. You just understand you're giving your soul, you're giving your heart, you're giving some ideas. You understand that no matter what, you're free, and that way you go free, baby. You understand? Because guess what? I am the loudest here, or I'm the smartest. And guess what? When I'm the smartest here, and guess what? I'm teaching you something. I'm teaching you something for nothing. Well, no matter what, I'm giving you some wisdom. I'm feeding you some wisdom. I'm feeding you some dinner today. Realize that every single day, the best thing to eat is some wisdom and some ideas and something of positive material, because that's how you turn positive. You turn positive through positive information. You be a positive person today through positive work. You understand? You be a positive giver, and you give some positivity, and you'll be a positive role model every single day. You do something every single day to understand that you can be free, you can understand to love life, you understand to give your heart and soul, you understand no matter what, you can do it now. You can do it now, you can do it for free, you can understand and do it right now with what you have. You understand, you give a story, you can give a story today, you do it for free on the street. You give a story about yourself, boost your confidence. Every single day, you come on the street and do a public speaking performance, you give a story. You can give a story about how you grew up every single day. I promise you that's the best ideal. I promise you that's the best way to live. I promise you the best way is give a story more. I promise you give a story more, you have more of life in you. You will understand, I give my story every single day. I give my story about myself. I give my story about who I am every single day. I'm always doing something for nothing. I'm always doing something to give me more, and that way I receive more. I receive more because it's compound interest in my favor. I'm always doing something to understand that you have to always encourage yourself. You have to always encourage other people. You have to encourage, when they don't look at you, you don't care, because it's about your growth anyway. You're just growing, you're just giving, and that way you shall receive more. You're going to actually win today, because guess what? You have to be more information. You have to understand to win is to gain more information every single day, because that's courage. And those people who gain more information are the ones who are gaining more courage. You have to understand, you gain more courage today, and that's the best way. First, the best way is talk more, and talk more, and talk more, and talk more, and talk more every single day. And that's called leadership. You have to connect more. You have to understand leadership all the time. You have to understand there is a better way in you today to understand leadership is now. You have to understand leadership is you today. So connect more, and you communicate more, and you do more. And you understand that love of life, I realize the love of life is you. You understand to love your life in a communication signal every single day. Every single day, you're public speaking, the way you're practicing, like Novak Djokovic hitting the nice beautiful tennis ball. You have to hit the tennis ball all the time, and guess what? You're practicing, and you're practicing, and you're practicing, and you're practicing, and eventually, you are multi-billionaire. Promise you, that's easy. Promise you, that's easy. I promise you, it's so easy to do everything. Because guess what? It's about being better than yesterday. And it's not about the money, because it's about being better than yesterday. You have to understand that you just be someone who's very much more intensive. You have to understand Jim Rohn. You have to understand that Jim Rohn is better than yesterday. You have to understand Zig Ziglar is better than yesterday. You have to understand you go and be better than yesterday. You be someone who is healthier throughout time. And you should understand to never catch disease. I don't care about $500 billion net worth. I don't care about how many people have so much money. I don't care about the money. I care about the wisdom and what they're teaching me. I understand that most people will never teach you anything. You have to be around those people who teach you something for nothing. I mean, I give my content away for free, but it's practicing to grow. I have to grow myself. I have to understand to grow in myself every day. I have to understand to always grow myself to be more of a smart ass, because that's the way. Which the way is courage, and the way is communication. And courage is communication. And encouragement is communication. And motivational speaking is encouragement. You have to understand you go and do that every single day. You have to understand you go and do the story every single day. You be a story every single day. You're doing something every single day to improve your life. You have to understand each and every single day is how you love your life in greatness. You have to understand to be greatness, you love your life much more through greatness. You have to be greatness all the time. Understand that greatness is key. Understand that greatness is courage today. Understand, no matter what you're doing today, you're going to be inspiring. You're going to be inspiring today. You have to be inspiring today. I promise you, I'm inspiring today. You have to also be. You have to be better and better and better and better. I promise you, that's the best way. I promise you, that's the best way. I need you to say yeah to that. I should understand you say yes. It must be better. It must be better. Otherwise, you'll be a junkie. I should understand you got to be better, and that way, you guys understand that no matter what happens, I still got some time over here, although you understand no matter what, that each and every single time, you never turn your back on people, you just look at them, and guess what? I always nail it much better, because guess what? I'm always doing it better. I'm always doing it better, I'm always increasing my skills, making sure no matter what, I look at people with my heart. I can see what people are, I can see their status in life, I understand who they are, I can see my status is lifting. I can see my status is lifting. Well, no matter what, I'm lifting through growth, baby. I'm lifting through growth every single day. Because everybody's status, you can see people's status over here. You can see I'm increasing my status today. You can see that. I'm increasing my status today. I mean, tens of thousands of people see my status today. I realize it's growing. I realize you have one, thank you very much. I realize every single time you look at my status, I realize just one time, please. I realize one time you look at my name, you understand me. You understand my name. You understand? I just need you to look at my name once. Because my name is greatness. Promise you. Promise you. If you're not greatness, you'll never be greatness. Promise you. You have to call yourself greatness every single day. You have to understand there's always greatness in you, and there's no rejection in you. I promise you that you have to never reject yourself and be a person who has more courage today to public speak every single day. You understand that no matter what, you can always find me on Instagram. You can always find my name on Instagram, because that's what matters. Promise you, what matters is your name also. Promise you, what matters is destiny to be greatness. And you should understand, we're all greatness when we're leading. And you should understand, we're all greatness when we're encouraging people to grow. And you should understand, when I promote my name, I promote you too. You can take a photo of me, I have no problem. Or else, no matter what, that is the whole point. You just go and be a person who's never taking. You're never going to take anything, you're just going to give. You're going to give, you're going to give, and you shall receive much greater. As I said, you just give. You give some information, you give some dinner today, in wisdom. That's the best way to love life today. The best way is understand how to be more encouraging. To be more encouraging, you're showing up every single day, you're doing your work every single day, you're being more positive every single day, you're making sure each and every single day you're looking at the crowd around you, and making sure that you have everybody, I thank you very much, you're having everybody in life where you're growing. You're just growing, and you're a person who has attention, you're increasing your status. As I said, most people never increase their status. I'm increasing my status over here, because guess what? I have more attention on my name today. I'm doing something much greater than yesterday. I'm doing something that's worth it. I'm doing something that is positive. I'm doing something that I can do. I'm doing something that I realize that works every single day. I work, baby. I work every single day doing communication work. I work to inspire every single day. You can find me, always. You can always find me, and that way you understand, you can understand to never die. I realize that I never dies. I have a dream. I have a dream in Twinkle Twinkle Little Star with I love you. I love you. You have to increase it. You have to increase it to live longer. I realize that Jesus said, never cut your eye out. I love you. Because that's the point. You never cut your eye, ever. Because the eye is everything. Because you need to have more love in you. You have to understand, love comes from information. And the more information you have, the more love you have. I promise you just need to download more information that's positive. But you need to be a positive worker today. You have to understand that life coaching is everything. You have to understand you're a life coach because you're living life. You just have to coach life. You have to coach everything about your story and who you are every single day, and public speak it, and make sure no matter what, you're getting on the communication path and you're communicating more, because it's about connecting more rather than disconnecting. Unfortunately, those people who disconnect are the ones who are isolated. I never need to be isolated, I need to connect more. I need to understand it's about connection. I need to have a connection. I thank you very much. I realize that I thank you for your smile. I realize that each time I understand, I thank people for their smiles, or they understand that I'm doing it for something greater. I realize it's for something greater that I do it. I don't do it for people's smiles, I do it for something, for nothing. I realize that's what it's all about. I realize no matter what, guys, you understand that you can see me now. I realize that I have done 1 hour in this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I hope that you show me around and realize that you guys have me forever. I'll see you guys later.